Hello, this is all about HVAC again. I'm doing a video here on this thermostat T6 Pro. It is a 2 heat, 1 cool heat pump. The reason it made me create this video is because I heard some people saying that this thermostat right here, it won't work properly on a heat pump with the heater strips installation. So I got my setup here to test the thermostat itself to see if it's gonna work. So you can see I have an 18.5 wire. I'm using red for 24 volts, and let's see if we can show you a little better in the wiring schematic here or diagram. So I'm using right here so red for 24 volts. I'm using white for auxiliary heat, and then blue for reversing bulb, and then green for G and yellow for Y. So with that said, in a call for heat, the red and the yellow and the green are touching together just for the heat pump. If the emergency heat is working as well, all these 4 wires are touching. All these 4 wires are touching on heat only. Okay, all these 4. So right now, because most of the units are powered the reversing bulb on cooling only. So with that said, on heat you're not gonna have any power going to. So okay, so basically I went to the whole programming a heat pump with a single stage compressor and with a backup heat strips. So I got the one thing I'm going to say about this thermostat. They say this model of this thermostat, which is the 621, it will not work with the heat pump, but it will work. The only thing I don't like is when it comes to the comfort. Where it says 0, it should be as long as the indoor temperature drop 1 degree. Like let's say you have it set at 72, and then the heat pump is running and it's already 71, and then the heat strips will come on. But this thermostat, it has a delay. Basically it says 0 and it's not. So 0 will be about 2 minutes, about 2 degrees. So with that said, in the programming I was doing some testings. So we're gonna go to the program again. That will be number 340. So you're gonna see, select, that's a 125. Basically those are these ones right here. So 120 is a zero programming. There's other options. 125 is 0 for Fahrenheit. Let's see, 200 is a 2 because we got a heat pump. So select 205 is 7, air to air heat pump. So I gotta set a 7. So I hit select. 218, we're gonna power the reversing valve on cooling mode. So you're gonna leave it a 0. Select 220. Cooler stages, I got 1. 221. Heat stages back up. I got 1 stage. Select 300. System changeover. 300 one manual. So hit select. 340. That's what we're talking about. The backup heat droop. So with that said, if the thermostat drops below 2 degrees, the heat pump cannot keep up. The electric heat will come on. But like I said, this one, if you set it at 2, you basically doubling that degree. So your heaters won't come up until like the thermostat drop down 4 degrees or so, which will be too cold. So we're gonna leave it a 0. We're gonna change 340 to 0, and I will prove that in a minute. So we're gonna select that, and we'll select the rest of it, and done and save. Okay, so now there should be no call for heat right now, so which means I shouldn't have a the thermostat just dropped down to, we're gonna prove that. So we're going to drop our temperature here to 68 degrees. So there should be no call for anything here. It's blinking, so there you go. So it should be no call for anything, no compressor, no heater strips. I'm sorry, no call for the fan, no call for the compressor, and no call for the heater element, and no call for the reversing valve here because we're still on heat. Okay, so I got it at 68, indoor temperature showing 70, so I'm gonna bump the 68 to, actually I'm gonna go 71. Okay, so we come here, gonna have fan. You hear my meter start beeping. Okay, we should have compressor and no heat strips and no reversing valve, which is good. Okay, so now my indoor temperature is at 70, and I got it set to 71. So I'm gonna put it at 72 and see if my heat strips will come on. So already set at 72, and its heat strips are not coming on. I got compressor and I got fan. So I'm gonna bump it up to 73 and see if we got heat strips. So I should have heat strips now because my indoor temperature is 70 and I got it set to 73. So I don't think there will be that much. Okay, now I'm getting the heat strips on. Okay, that is at 3 degrees, so not 0 like it is on 340 right here. I got it set to 0, so I'm gonna drop it down. Heat calling for 72, and heat strip is still on. Now it went off, which means that it's 2 degrees. Your strip heaters will only come on when the indoor temperature drop down 2 degrees below your set point. So with that said, it's best to program that thermostat at 0 for comfort, because the other ones, if you set it at 2, it's not going to be 2 degrees. It's going to be 4, or might even be 5 degrees. So because right now it is indoor 70 and I got it set to 72, it's still no emergency heat. So if I increase the 1 degrees, and then I should get not even at 3 degrees is not showing. We'll give it a minute, see what that does. Maybe it's a slightly delay on the thermostat, but it doesn't respond quick enough. So I'm still 3 degrees under my set point, and still not, heat strips are still not on. So 3 degrees, still nothing. I'm holding my leads against the white wire, which goes to emergency heat or auxiliary heat, and still nothing. So we got compressor, and we still got fan, but no heat strips. So I'm gonna bump it 1 more degree, so that'll be 74. That's almost 4 degrees. There you go. Finally about 5 degrees, and then the heating elements got energized. And then of course you still get compressor and fan, so which means at this point they both are running full capacity to try to keep up with that temperature. So I'm gonna change the thermostat to cooling mode, and I didn't put no delay for this test. So now we just switch to cool. We're gonna drop down the set point to and drop it to 66. So we should have compressor in a minute after it stop blinking. Okay, so that's good. We got fan, compressor. We got no heat because we're on cooling mode. And at this point we're applying 24 volts to the reversing valve, so this one got power now. So there you go. So the T6 Pro thermostat model number TH621. It will work with your heat pump. Thanks for watching.